The latest Star Trek series is here, Starfleet Academy. Let's check it out!
Ah, must we?
Oh, so what's the show about? It's set after the end of Discovery and focuses on the re-establishment of the aforementioned Starfleet Academy.
So, we're gonna be following a bunch of teenagers? Ugh, count me out.
To be fair, that's actually the least appealing side of the show, or at least it is to me. But I do like the concept of an academy that's both set in San Francisco, the traditional place for that venerable institution, and is also capable of launching into space, as the building, or at least one of them, is also the starship Athena.
Okay, cool, that's something we haven't seen before. But what about the story?
Well, they do lace the story with a quest for Caleb Meir, one of the cadets, to find his mom, who was imprisoned 15 years ago, but escaped just last year, and no one knows where she is. And that event is also linked to the show's captain and chancellor of the academy, Nala Aki. To be honest, I wasn't sure what to make of Holly Hunter's portrayal of that character. The trailers made her look as bad as Genevieve Bujold's Captain Janeway.
Ugh, that would have been atrocious.
But after having seen the first episode, I thought those trailers didn't do her justice at all, and I quite like the character.
I can see they're also playing with subverting our expectations, like giving us what looks like a pacifist Klingon.
To be fair, it's kind of too early to tell for most of the characters. The one that's the most fleshed out is Caleb, but that's hardly surprising as the first episode is pretty much his story.
As for the rest, I can tell you which one I dislike the most. Sam, the hologram. Her behavior makes zero sense to me. Okay, she's a hologram who's only a few weeks old, but she's been programmed to be 17. So why all the fake awkwardness, like not knowing how to shake hands and stuff like that? I'm sorry, she's just insufferable.
As for the others, well, one of them can survive in the vacuum of space, and another seems quite tech-savvy.
There's also the Jem'Hadar female first officer. Despite the fact Jem'Hadars don't have females, and we're a genetically manufactured race. What's up with that?
Well, first of all, she's half Klingon and half Jem'Hadar.
Not that you could tell.
And secondly, that doesn't really bother me. It's a sci-fi fantasy show where all races can interbreed, so why not?
So, you're not bothered her blood is white? Jem'Hadar blood isn't white. The white liquid was the substance they used to be addicted to. It wasn't their blood.
Yeah, they could have done better research on that front, it's true. But then again, Klingon blood went from purple to red depending on the movie or episode you were watching, so does that really matter? To me, what matters more is the story, and does this one work? And I'd say yes and no. The concept is very formulaic. You see a prelude where a bad guy, Naz Bracca, is apprehended by Captain Aki, and obviously 15 years later, he's back to seek revenge.
Now, where have I seen that before?
Meanwhile, Caleb tried to contact his mom through a secret channel, which allows Bracca to track him and the ship he's on and get to him immediately.
Always love it that despite the gargantuan size of the universe, all the characters are always so close to each other.
So Caleb's the one who puts them in danger, but is also the one who gets them out of it, so he's allowed to stay on the show.
Conveniently lucky.
All of this we've seen before.
Like we've seen the holographic Doctor before.
Indeed. Same character he was on Voyager, only he seems to have lost all his bedside manner that he acquired during the show's run over the previous 900 years. And there's even a callback to him asking for a tricorder, then moaning to the person who gave it to him as he meant a medical tricorder.
Except that joke worked on Voyager as he's then given the medical tricorder he'd originally requested. Here, however, he doesn't get it, yet still carries on treating the patient despite not having the tools he asked for. So why ask for it? Was that supposed to be funny? Because it didn't work. I have to say, I did enjoy the Doctor on Voyager, but this episode certainly did not endear me to him at all. Heck, I preferred him on Prodigy than how he's portrayed now.
Maybe he'll mellow again over this series?
And go through the same arc he went through in his original show? How delightful.
So, yeah, the show looks good.
They're throwing a lot of money at it, so that's to be expected.
But the story's very basic. A couple of characters show promise, but the jury's still out for the others.
One of them's truly annoying.
Put it this way, it's not the best premiere episode the franchise done. Far too predictable and unoriginal. I'm awarding kids these days 1.5 paws. But tell me, what do you think of this episode? Do share your thoughts in the comments, and if you like what we do, and how we do it,
and you feel you'd like to help us out,
please hit the join button and become a channel member.
Do consider joining our Patreon. We'll leave a link to it down in the description.
Thanks for watching. See you all next time, and until then, live long
and danger, Will Robinson.
To be fair, that's actually the least appealing side of the show, at least it is for me. But I do like the concept of an academy that's both set on San Francisco.